Hey everybody, it's Weather Anchor Mama from weatheranchormama.com. I know it's been a while. I apologize. I've just been dealing with a lot of craziness, with 2 kids and all that stuff. And plus, if you've been keeping up with my blog, I've been dealing with hair loss again. Isn't it fun? I'm totally being sarcastic. Anyway, part of the reason why I did go natural was because, of course, I wanted to show my daughter, look, it's okay, you got curls, embrace them, love them, and I had to do that for me. I knew I needed a change. The second reason, of course, I had damaged hair and I lost like all the hair in the back, like from here down. Pretty much half my head was gone. Okay, in any event, now postpartum, again, after the birth of my son, I've been noticing instead of losing the hair in the back, I've been losing hair in the front. And, I've been watching it carefully, maybe just kind of trying to figure out what could be wrong. I know the whole thing, it's a whole part of the postpartum thing. I get it. My hormones, all that. But I couldn't help wondering, okay, there may be something else going on. And as a part of like protective styling, I've been wearing wigs, and a lot of people have been telling me, well, it could be the wig cap, it could be this, it could be that. I appreciate your advice and your comments. It's been driving me nuts, but it's okay. Now I've realized that, okay, it could be, maybe it is the wig cap, okay? So I stopped that. And I noticed with the wig caps, I think it does lead to single strand knots because I noticed I was getting a lot of that. And after I just completely did away with it, I wasn't really getting single strand knots anymore. If I do get them, it's like very, very minimal. And I'm able to just take it right out. I don't even have to cut away at my hair or anything like that. So I am retaining length in that regard. Now, I said, all right, this is not getting better. It's been a few weeks now. And I noticed a little bit of a difference. I'm not feeling any tenderness, any, pulling. I'm letting my hair breathe. In between shows, I'll just take it off and just kind of relax and let my hair breathe. I've been using oils and whatnot, and I'll probably do a separate post where I talk about my oils of choice, lavender being one of them, to help circulation, and vitamin E for promoting growth, and castor oil. I've been using that as well. So I've been using a bunch of things, and just kind of relaxing and not stressing out about it. But the other day, I found something, like a tiny little bald spot. Like it was so tiny, but I notice it. People don't notice it, but I notice it. And you can kind of see it right, I don't know, can you see it? It's not even a shape of like a dime or anything. It's just like a little dot. And I was just like, oh my goodness, what is going on? And then I thought about it. And it brought me back to when I was getting married and I was testing out different styles and I had tracks put in. I was never the kind of girl to wear weaves. Not that anything is wrong with wearing a weave, but I just never did. And when I was getting married, I wanted to try something new. And I went to the hairdresser. She put in some tracks for me. And I just wanted to see if I would like it. I lost all my hair. Front was like gone. So months before my wedding, I was like, no hair back here, no hair right here on the sides. And eventually it grew back. And it wasn't so bad. I noticed it and I kind of styled it in the way that it kind of covered it up. But I had lost all my hair and I said, never again will I put tracks in my hair because the results were horrible. And it kind of reminded me of that. The only difference is I haven't been wearing weaves, but I have been braiding my hair. And it's not that I've been braiding my hair tight. I braid it loose. You could kind of see where the braid begins, like right about here. So I haven't been pulling tight. You can kind of see where it begins right about here. So I leave a good enough space in between and I try not to braid it tight. I don't like twist outs. I don't think it does anything for my hair, my texture, my pattern. It really doesn't hold with the kind of hair texture that I have, but I found that braiding it would allow it to hold and to stretch so I can kind of wear it like this. And I love wearing my hair like this. As a matter of fact, I was this close to just like going right on air with this. You know, maybe putting some pins here and just going on air. It doesn't look too bad. But, you know, again, the sides. If I turn to the side, I'm like, oh my gosh. So when it gets a little longer, I'm going to revisit that. Maybe maybe put just a couple bobby pins right here very loosely, and then pin it back like that and wear it just like that. I think I have a nice kind of style going on there. And the back, you know, again, I try to do it very loosely. You can kind of see where the braid begins. You know, I start like right about here. But in any event, it didn't work because obviously there was tension somewhere and it's creating that spot. So I just took it out and I just put my satin scarf on very loosely, and that's it. And I'll put my wig on and literally just wear it only for the shows. In between, I'll just take it off. When I get home, it's off. So my message to you is just really beware of protective styling. I know they call it protective styling because it protects your hair, but it doesn't always work. If you are going to be wearing weaves, braids, or anything like that, just try and do it as loosely as possible. I would actually stay away from weaving, especially if whether you're natural, whether you have relaxed hair, I would just kind of stay away from it. I mean, if you have the kind of hair texture that works for that and you don't find that it does anything to your hair, go for it. But I think over time you'll see a lot of thinning going on. I mean, I went through it. This is another time, second time, and you know, it's just not worth it. So I'm at a point where I'm probably gonna give this wig thing maybe a few more months, and then I'll probably just lose it all together. I haven't decided yet because, you know, I've reached a point where I don't have a problem wearing my hair the way it is. I fully embrace being a natural. Who cares? If you don't like it, whatever. I've been at the job that I've been at maybe about almost 5 years. And I mean, of course, it's something I probably have to deal with. I'm not sure how that will go, but you know, I think they'll be supportive, especially if they know my situation, right? I mean, I'm going like bald. Come on. You know, so we'll see how it goes. But for now, like, just my advice to you guys, if you're doing protective styling, just really, really be careful. If you're doing a braid out, maybe just leave it in for like the day and then take it out the next. What I've been doing, another mistake that I've made, is actually leaving it in for too long. When I was a little girl, my mom used to braid my hair and it would just stay in braids and it was just not a big deal. But now I'm leaving it in pretty much throughout the week, and I'll spritz and spray and moisturize in between, and I'll make sure I do it kind of loose. You can kind of see again, even here, I start the braid right here. You know, it's not like I'm braiding down to the scalp and pulling. So just be careful. That's my only advice. Okay, bye.